Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Beginner.English.Podcast. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm Oliver. We're so glad you could join us today. We have a really interesting and important topic to talk about.
That's right. Today's episode is called Change Your Life by Changing Yourself. It's a powerful idea. Many people want to change things in their lives, right? They might want more money, a better job, or just to feel more confident.
Exactly. And what do people usually do? They try to change their situation. They look for a new job, or maybe they even move to a new city. They hope for some kind of big external change to fix everything.
And sometimes that helps for a little while. But often, after a few months or a year, they find themselves back in the same old patterns, feeling the same way they did before.
Right. So today, we're going to explore a different approach. It's the idea that real, lasting change doesn't start with the world outside of you. It starts inside.
The core idea is very simple. If you change yourself, your life will change too. This means your outer life is often a reflection of your inner world. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your habits, they all influence the choices you make every single day.
That makes so much sense. For example, if you deep down believe you can't succeed, you might not even try when a new opportunity comes along. You'll avoid the chance. But if you believe you are capable, you're much more likely to try something new.
Totally. And over time, those small differences in your choices create huge differences in your life. That's why we say that lasting change begins with inner change.
I think a lot of people get this backward. They think, first I need to become successful and then I will feel confident. And a big part of this inner change is about being willing to step outside of your comfort zone.
Yes, but successful people often do it the other way around. They start by changing how they see themselves. They begin to think and act like the person they want to become even before they have the big results to show for it.
So it's not about pretending. It's about slowly building a new identity for yourself and supporting that new identity with small, consistent actions.
Exactly. And a huge part of that is changing how you see yourself. We all have a mental picture of who we are, or what experts call our self-image.
Right. Some people see themselves as unlucky or maybe not very smart. Others see themselves as strong and capable. These ideas can come from our childhood or from past experiences, and they can stay with us for years.
And if you have a strong negative self-image, it's very hard to change your life because all of your actions will naturally follow that image.
Let's use an example. Imagine a person who believes, I am bad with money.
Okay.
That person might avoid learning about finance. They might spend money without a plan. Even if they get a raise and earn more money, they will probably still have money problems because their behavior follows their self-image.
But what if that person starts to change that self-image? What if they start telling themselves, I am learning to manage my money well?
Then their behavior starts to change. They might read a book about budgeting or track their expenses on an app. They start making better decisions. The inner change leads to outer change.
This connects to another huge idea, the power of our beliefs. Beliefs are just ideas that we feel are true, even if they aren't always correct. And many of them are working quietly in the background of our minds.
Yeah, like a person might believe that success is only for lucky people, or that they aren't smart enough to get a good job. These beliefs can really limit us. They stop us from taking action.
So, a really useful step is to look at your beliefs honestly. When you notice a negative belief, you can question it. Ask yourself, is this really true?
And then you can choose a new belief that helps you. For example, instead of I'm not smart enough, you can choose the belief I can learn new skills. Or progress is possible step by step.
I love that. And those new beliefs get stronger when you take small, positive actions. This leads us perfectly into our next point, habits.
Habits are so important. They are the small actions you repeat every day. They might feel unimportant, but when you add them all together, they shape your entire life.
Like reading just a few pages every day. After a year, you will have deep knowledge about a subject, or saving just a small amount of money from every paycheck. It builds up over time.
And the best part is that you don't need to make huge, dramatic changes. Small steps are usually better. If you want to be healthier, you don't have to run a marathon tomorrow. Just start with a short, daily walk.
That's such a relief to hear. It's all about consistency, not intensity. If you do something small every day, it becomes a part of who you are. You start to see yourself as a person who takes care of their health, or as a person who is always learning.
Okay, so we've talked about self-image, beliefs, and habits. What about our feelings? They play a big role too, don't they?
They do. This next idea might sound a little strange at first, but many personal development teachers say it is helpful to feel the emotions of success before success actually happens.
Wow, that does sound strange. How does that work?
Well, when you imagine a positive future and you let yourself feel hopeful, excited, and confident, it opens your mind to new opportunities. Positive emotions increase our motivation and creativity. Fear and doubt do the opposite. They make us want to hide and not take action.
A simple way to do this is with visualization. That just means imagining a future situation in detail. For instance, if you want to improve your career, you could spend a few minutes imagining yourself working confidently and solving problems.
Right. The goal isn't just to daydream, it's to prepare your brain. When your brain has a clear picture of what you want, it's easier to act in that direction. Another great practice is positive self-talk.
Oh, the voice inside our heads. That voice can be very negative sometimes, can't it? It can say things like, "You're going to fail," or "This is too difficult for you."
It can, but you have the power to change it. Replacing that critical voice with a calmer, more supportive one makes a huge difference. Simple phrases like, "I am improving," or "I can learn how to do this," can build your confidence over time.
This is all fantastic, but we need to be clear about something. Inner change doesn't mean just thinking and dreaming. Action is always necessary.
That is such an important point, Oliver. The difference is that when your actions match your new identity, the action becomes easier and more effective. When inner change and outer actions support each other, progress becomes steady.
There's a great example of a friend of mine who wanted to improve his career. For years, he believed he was just average, so he avoided difficult projects. But one day, he decided to change. He started to see himself as a person who learns quickly.
And what did he do?
He started reading about his work and practicing new skills for just a little while each evening. At first, it was a small change, but after a few months, he felt more confident. He started accepting more responsibility at work. A year later, he got a promotion. The change started in his mind, but it became real through his daily actions.
That's an amazing story. It shows the process perfectly. And it's also so important for our listeners to understand that this change takes time. These inner patterns took years to build, so they won't disappear in a few days.
Absolutely. Some days you will feel like you're making a lot of progress. Other days you might feel doubt again. That is completely normal. The important thing is to just continue with your small positive actions.
And there are other things that can help too, like learning from other people. You can read books, listen to podcasts like this one, or find a mentor.
Gratitude is another powerful tool. That means simply noticing and appreciating what is already good in your life. It improves your mood and motivation. Gratitude helps you feel as if you already have what you want, without demanding it. This sense of appreciation is a key to attracting more into your life.
And even just a few minutes of quiet time or meditation each day can help you notice your thoughts and choose better responses, instead of reacting automatically.
So to wrap up, let's talk about a couple of common misunderstandings. First, this is not just about positive thinking. Positive thinking is great, but it needs to be combined with real practical effort. Action creates results.
That's key. And the second misunderstanding is waiting for success before you allow yourself to feel confident. It's the other way around. Your confidence grows from the small successes you have when you decide to try.
So, in the end, changing your life by changing yourself is about becoming more aware of your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. It's about choosing to grow instead of being afraid. And it's about taking small steps that match the person you truly want to become.
A wonderful way to begin is to simply imagine the person you want to be. How do they act? How do they speak? How does the improved, cooler version of you act in every situation? Then, choose just one small action today that matches that image and do it.
That sounds like a great plan. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope this has been helpful and inspiring for you.
Thank you so much for listening to the Beginner English Podcast. We believe in you, and we'll be here to support you on your journey.
Share in the comments what topics you'd like us to cover. We want the podcast to be helpful for you, and your feedback means a lot.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.